Hello internet world and welcome to my Monday. It's Monday morning, just coming up to 11:30 AM, and the weekend was super busy with family things, not with work. I'll tell you all about that in a short while. But because it was so busy, I didn't have time to sort of catch up on emails, which I sometimes do at the weekend. So Monday today has proved to be very busy. So I started extremely early, which meant having breakfast really early. It's only 11:30 AM and already I'm sitting here with a cup of tea, which is about my third cup of tea, also some water and also lunch. Lunch at 11:30 AM is crazy because that has a knock-on effect that I'll be hungry earlier this evening, so I'll probably have my evening meal a lot earlier. And it just sort of mucks up the whole day. But Monday's normally like my busiest day. And in fact, today has turned out to be extremely busy because I did recording as well, which I don't normally do. But I sort of set up the camera, started recording, and then realised, hey, this isn't a normal recording day. Normally today is sort of just catch-up day with all the business stuff. And I ended up recording as well. So I got plenty done. The weekend anyway, I was going to tell you a little bit about that. Saturday was all about preparing for Sunday. Sunday was my son's 16th birthday. I can't believe my children are all grown up. 18 years old and 16 years old is where has time gone? The years do just fly by, they really do. I know it's a lot of people say this and you go, yeah, you know, I don't really believe that, but they do. They just fly past. But anyway, had a fantastic day. We had family round midday, family round in the evening, and it was just really great fun. We also watched a movie in the evening. We watched The Maze Runner. I think it was The Maze Runner, not The Maze Runners, but The Maze Runner, and we did it on Amazon, rented it, and it was a really good film. I didn't expect to enjoy it as much as I did, but it had a good storyline. There is a sequel coming out, I think, in September as well. And it was just really enjoyable. It sort of kept you thinking all the time. Not dissimilar to the Hunger Games, you know, similar sort of thing. I won't spoil it for anyone, but not exactly the same, but the same sort of premise, the sort of backstory to it all. So it was really good. Very good day. And as I mentioned, I did some recording today. Also, I'm planning a giveaway, so I've got that coming up on the channel really soon. I've just still got so much to do. So it's just coming up to 4:30 PM, still bright sunshine outside, and the sun keeps glaring in through this window. It really is quite nice, but it will affect the video while I'm talking about. And you can see what I'm going to talk about in the background here. I've got the television in the studio already set up for this evening's Apple Worldwide Developers Conference keynote speech. It's going to be really exciting. I absolutely love these keynote announcements. Now, I like to talk to you about what's definitely going to happen, which I'll do first, and then also what I'm hoping for. And then I can review this video back after the event and in fact see if I got anything right. So, we're going to definitely get updated sales figures, performance figures for the Apple Watch, which we already know was a fantastic success. We all know that we'll see Tim Cook take to the stage alongside various other Apple representatives, and we already know what the invitation looked like, which featured an Apple TV. Now, according to a couple of websites, now I don't know whether they were privy to some information direct from Apple, but we're no longer going to see any actual Apple TV hardware. Now that's a little bit of a shame because the Apple TV is a fantastic little device, and I would have liked to have seen a new design, but maybe things just weren't ready. But what we're definitely going to learn about is the new HomeKit. And this is where the Apple TV, in combination with iOS devices, actually becomes sort of a central hub for controlling things like your room's light and your house's central heating system, even door locks and various other things. We're going to finally see a really nice way of getting home automation integrated into various devices. And it seems like Apple are doing what they do best, which is they look at various other things that are already available in the market, and then they streamline the way it works and the way they can put it all together in this one central sort of hub. And I think the Apple TV is ideal for that because it's a nice cheap device, it's nice and small, it works well with other devices as well, and it means that you can obviously control everything that goes on in your house as long as it's sort of a HomeKit supported device, with either an iPhone or an iPad, or even with your laptop or your desktop computer as well. fantastic. I think it's going to be really good to hear what they've got planned for this, and also to learn about new devices that are coming out that support this sort of automation. Really very exciting time. Now that's what we're most definitely going to see. What I really hope that we see, and it happens sometimes we see new hardware announced. Now I use my iPad, you can see it on the desk here. This is an iPad Air 2, and I use it a lot. But one thing that I've always looked on with sort of green eyes in a way, a little bit of envy, is the Microsoft Surface Pro 3, and of course the new Microsoft Surface 3. A bigger device. Now admittedly I don't get on with the Windows environment, I live within an Apple ecosystem, but I'm very jealous of the hardware. It's beautiful hardware. The way it interacts with the pen as well is very good, and the way it docks onto the keyboard is brilliant. It makes it a much more productive piece of kit. Now I really do hope that the much rumoured iPad Pro is actually announced tonight. That would be awesome, with extra sort of force feedback, or this force sort of touch on the screen. Brilliant, that would be awesome. And if they made it bigger, of course, with maybe a 12-inch or 12.1-inch screen, and if they really found a way of integrating a docking sort of keyboard within this sort of device as well, I think it would be brilliant. It would make it so much more productive. It would only be a little bit bigger to integrate a slightly larger screen as well. And I think it would make a fantastic alternative to buying either the new MacBook, which we know has sort of been crippled by only having that one port on it, and it would also make an alternative to the MacBook Air as well. Now whether they'd do that because it might cannibalise sales of the MacBook, we don't know at this stage, but I think it would be awesome if we had an iPad Pro. I really do. Now I know that if it was an iPad Pro it wouldn't even have one USB port, so it would be less sort of connectivity options than even the MacBook, which at least you can buy adapters for. But if they did this and created some sort of adapter for the Lightning port, which already exists in fact, then we could still connect extra peripherals to it, and I just think it would make a really awesome device. So that's what I'm wishing for. Will it happen? Well, we'll only know after the event, but it's certainly exciting to get ready for the Apple keynote. I always sit down and watch it in its entirety, and after it's happened, of course, I will bring you an update with my thoughts on what Apple has actually announced. So I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you all had a fantastic day as well. I really have. I've got so much done on my Monday. A brilliant week ahead of us all, so take every opportunity that comes your way. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all again in the next one.